Welcome to Audio Books feature by Cloud Expert. Today we'll be talking about ABAC for AWS. Let's understand what is Attribute-Based Access Control (ABAC) in AWS. Attribute-Based Access Control (ABAC) is an authorization strategy that defines permissions based on attributes. In AWS, these attributes are called tags. Tags can be attached to IAM principals, users or roles, and to AWS resources. You can create a single ABAC policy or a small set of policies for your IAM principals. These ABAC policies can be designed to allow operations when the principals tag matches the resource tag. ABAC is helpful in environments that are growing rapidly and help with situations where policy management becomes cumbersome. Let's compare ABAC to the traditional RBAC model. 1. The traditional authorization model used in IAM is called Role-Based Access Control (RBAC). RBAC defines permissions based on a person's job function, known outside of AWS as a role. Within AWS, a role usually refers to an IAM role, which is an identity in IAM that you can assume. IAM does include managed policies for job functions that align permissions to a job function in an RBAC model. 2. In IAM, you implement RBAC by creating different policies for different job functions. You then attach the policies to identities, IAM users, groups of users, or IAM roles. As a best practice, you grant the minimum permissions necessary for the job function. This is known as granting the least privilege. Do this by listing the specific resources that the job function can access. The disadvantage of using the traditional RBAC model is that when employees add new resources, you must update policies to allow access to those resources. ABAC provides the following advantages over the traditional RBAC model. ABAC permissions scale with innovation. It's no longer necessary for an administrator to update existing policies to allow access to new resources. Using ABAC, teams can change and grow quickly. This is because permissions for new resources are automatically granted based on attributes. Granular permissions are possible using ABAC. When you create policies, it's a best practice to grant the least privilege. Using traditional RBAC, you must write a policy that allows access to only specific resources. However, when you use ABAC, you can allow actions on all resources, but only if the resource tag matches the principals tag. Use employee attributes from your corporate directory with ABAC. You can configure your SAML-based or web identity provider to pass session tags to AWS when your employees federate into AWS. Their attributes are applied to their resulting principal in AWS. You can then use ABAC to allow or deny permissions based on those attributes. Hope you enjoyed our audiobook. For more audiobooks, please subscribe to our monthly plan in Cloud Expert category. Hey, don't forget to rate our app and share it with your friends. Have a nice day.